I'm excited about the kind of audience that we have. These are practical people who are involved in the business and who have real life questions that affect them.
Sister Moji. Thank you, National Youth Leader, for this bringing together of Nigerian youth, inclusive APC. The very day this place was open, I came with Her Excellency, the wife of the Speaker. And today I am here again. MD, most sincerely, I want to thank you for coming here to stimulate the Nigerian youth in this form. The major problem we are having presently in this country is that the economic value chain is the source of everything. But the challenge is coming from the political value chain, judging from political economy. And now, the political value chain, the challenge there is lack of transparency. Transparency in the sense that as you see Nigerian youth gathered here this morning, they are highly sophisticated in knowledge. They have the capacity to formulate policies in the area of business. But when it comes to assessing this fund, the political dynamics around the system doesn't allow them access to some of these funds that will enable them push ahead. Please, sir, what are those things that you have in place as a patriot who have shown yourself this morning to all of us that you are a true patriot for taking your time to be here, that will enable you break this chain of some intellectual youth in Nigeria not having access to fund in your office when it comes to funding their businesses?
Thank you.
I am talking basically about godfatherism.
No problem. Thank you very much. There's a gentleman beside you.
Thank you so very much. I want to appreciate you, sir. The resource person, you are most welcome. What you do for Nigerians, God alone will bless you. I remain Comrade Engineer Bright Onyedikachi. I am the National Publicity Secretary of the Nigerian Youth Alternative Council and the Executive Director of the Grassroots Advancements and Initiatives for Noble Life. We represent the Nigerian youth. Sir, I have a concern here, and the concern is this. Many of our Nigerian youths come to us with cries close to what my brother just said. I never knew he had that in mind. One came to me and said, I went to Nexim and they dribbled me like Maradona. That was just his language. I'm just quoting him verbatim. Okay. Another one came and said that an insider told him that the proposal he sent, they just removed the cover page and then replaced it with someone else's.
Wait, to do what?
To give somebody the...
how are they going to use it?
I don't understand.
Okay.
He's trying to access a fund.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay, go ahead.
You get me, sir?
Comrade.
Yes,
I've
sir.
asked him to let you ask your questions so that you won't say we're dribbling you here.
Thank you so much, sir. So, sir, and many more, because of time, let me just leave it at that.
Yes.
We keep representing the youths, and they keep coming to us. My question is this, sir. You, the MD, you are here. From the way you spoke, we know that you are a very transparent, a very down-to-earth person. But some other persons working with you, you might not be there.
So your question?
That's the question, sir. How do we have real access without these Maradonas?
Thank you.
Stopping us then.
Thank you,
sir.
I want to go into this overflow here. We may not be able to see you, but just give them the mic. We'll take the first question and then the second question. The container here. Okay, first person, go ahead.
Okay. Good morning.
Your name and what you do and the question.
Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ali Abdurrahman Abose, a young lad and one of the youngest entrepreneurs in the nation. So my questions go like this. I must commend the effort of my governor, Engineer Abdullahi A. Sule, for attracting investors to Nasarawa State, particularly in Litmus, which is vital for battery production and other high-value products. Today, we see youth in the state gainfully employed and earning a living through this.
But my brother, your governor is not here. What's the question for next?
I'm getting there.
Okay.
Those investments, why can't we replicate this model nationally, positioning Nigeria as a global leader in value-added export? Which exactly is stopping us? What exactly is stopping us from scaling such initiative across the country?
Thank you. We'll take the second question and then we'll come back outside. The second question.
Thank you very much. Let me first of all appreciate the organizers of this program. Number one, you are beginning to act like a gateway to the mind of Nigerians, not only to the youth, because many of us are no longer youth, but we are youth at heart. We've met several agencies of government within this your platform, and we are happy about that. My question, I am the national editor of CAFAN. CAFAN is the Catfish Farmers Association of Nigeria. We have tried all we could to meet with Nexim in order to have partnership in exporting our goods. We have met with the honorable ministers for marine and blue economy on how to produce fish. But you know the way we produce fish, there's no way we can consume all that we produce here in Nigeria. And therefore, we want to add to the economy of Nigeria by exporting our goods outside Nigeria. Now we can only do it through Nexim. Today, my joy did no bounds because you are here live. And from the way we have been speaking, I want you to give us an appointment to come and meet with you.
Can we see your face? Can you come out?
Tell me about shooting your shot.
Otumba. Okay. Please come out, sir.
Otumba.
Wow, the Agbada says it all.
Watch the camera, please. Yes.
Otumba, you have the appointment.
Appointment is guaranteed. That's what we do here at the Nest. Thank you, sir.
Indeed, gateway to opportunities.
Thank you so much. I think I heard that there's another last question inside there. So let's take that last question and then we'll come back out.
Hello, good morning, everyone. My name is Ambassador Aminu Yahayaba Agudu. I'm from Kwara State, and I'm the CEO of Taj Good Services Limited. I've been in this sector for over a decade, and I trade wide across 10 commodities. My first questions, I have a couple of questions written down, but the first one is, sir, sorry I did not greet you. Good morning, and sorry for the oversight. To the able APC youth leader, I also say good morning. And to our uncle, Ms. Moji, I greet you good morning. My first question is this. Speaking on share not, I heard somebody spoke about it recently. He was speaking of it and talking about how people were losing money because, of course, the policy, the beautiful policy that was put in place for home-based supply for our local growing industries. Personally, I also trade locally, and as we speak, in my own warehouse in Kwara State in Ilorin, I have well over 1,000 tons of share nuts, which are procured for the purpose of export. You see, with the new regulation, it will be difficult for me to move on with that. My question is, the local industries that intend to buy these commodities from us, how do we regulate price so that we don't lose so much money? Because if we have so much products on ground, and we already have a projected price that would have fetched us something tangible. And now we are directed to supply local industries. How do we regulate price with these companies such that they do not, will I say, cheat us or reduce the price of what we expected to sell? That is one.
Thank you.
Secondly, I have a couple of questions.
No, just one more, sir, so
yes,
we can give chance for others.
Okay,
please.
that's fine. I wanted to ask, given AFCTA's promise of opening up intra-African trade, what strategic mechanisms is Nexim putting in place to not only de-risk financing for SMEs in agro-export, but also to strengthen regional value chains and ensure Nigerian products gain competitive penetration in neighboring African countries? Thank you very much.
Thank you. So we'll come back out here. There's a lady there, and then there's a gentleman in the black cap before I come to this side. So there's a lady at the back.
Can we take some of it so that they don't get
Okay, so we'll just take that lady, and then we'll wrap it up for this session. You'll answer, and then we'll take a final session. Okay, yes.
Thank you once again for the opportunity. Okay, my question is this. I'm talking about exportation. The process is not just, differs based on products. There are some products that are processed, like the popcorn we're talking about. Before you can think of exporting such processed products, you must have Nigeria certification by NAFDAC, SON, and a whole lot like that, and must comply with the standard of the destination country. So these are some obstacles that exporters must cross. That's why I suggested what I suggested earlier. You understand, having manpower as consultants that can consolidate your activities. Your officer, with due respect, cannot do some of these things because they are somehow strategic and we take them off their duties, based on, okay, now we have organizations or SMEs that service, like my own organization, like I said earlier. Those of us that are into testing, that are into, consultancy for the packaging and the likes. And we must meet up with the standard, that's an international standard. I'm talking again as an accredited or certified assessor to Nigeria National Accreditation Service. That's who I am. So looking at that, we too need some funding. We are like support system for the process. How do we assess that from you?
Thank you.
I hope the question is clear.
Thank you very much. And it's important, please, let's have your details before you go. Make sure you see me. We'll see how we can also work with you to organize trainings for people that will benefit from this, that want to export. So we want to work with you. Please make sure you see me before you leave.
Make it a condition for funding her.
Yes, it's going to be a condition for funding you. MD, we'll take this one, then we'll come back and take the final set.
Sorry, sir, just to interrupt you. I'm enjoying the conversations that are happening here, the energy, and it's really rich. We want to drive the conversations online. So we want you to please post on social media when you take pictures, or I know you're excited, and we know that everybody here is social media savvy. So please post on social media, across all platforms, using the hashtag events at the nest, events with an S. So EVENTS at the nest, not the symbol AT, events at the nest. Thank you.
The nest is NEST.
ST, yes. Next, not next. NESTS. Thank you.
Okay. Going back to the first question about the economic value chain, I think that was the first question. As against the political value chain.
Yes.
I hear what you are trying to say, that funding for this objective, that's funding exporters, is subject to political interference. That's basically what I'm hearing you say. I tell you, there is no political interference in the processes of Nexim. And I think for other DFIs too, so that I don't speak for Nexim alone.
Yes.
Nexim and other DFIs are government-owned agencies, government-owned enterprises, sorry. They are not subject to funding from what do you call allocations from federation accounts?
Yes.
Okay, we're capitalized agencies. What we do is all our lending is focused at the private sector. We only serve the private sector. So the only influence we have is good standard practices that are globally accepted in the processing of financial requests or proposals. We do not pass it through any political office, so there is no political influence. Just have that at the back of your mind. I know in Nigeria we still have trust issues, and I'm coming to the question that Comrade also asked. It's all about trust deficits within the system. Anything government, you think there is something else that influences it other than being professional. It is not so. Okay? In the development finance world, there are standards that drive us. And there are standards that are almost... you see, part of the people we deal with, development agencies across the world, they ensure that there is governance. They ensure that there are proper processes that are followed in the... because they also lend us money. They're not going to lend us money that has political interference, to any agency that has political interference. So what government actually does with development agencies is to even assure them, Nexim, BOI, DBN, blah, we have ring-fenced them from political influence. So even if somebody high in government that you call politician says, give XYZ loan, he will come and follow the same processes that you that came from outside will follow. And if we don't think it is bankable, we give him a polite rejection and say, let him try again when he's more ready. So there is no political influence in Nexim, I assure you that. Then secondly, Comrade, I think I can just go straight into Comrade's. Comrade, I am not aware that we have dribblers in Nexim Bank. We don't have Maradonas. It is maybe when youth come in and want a loan and they start asking them to fill in documentation. We've seen it before. They say you are dribbling us, you don't want to give us this money. But you cannot get a loan without meeting conditions and having proper documentation. And there is also a whistleblower facility that we have both on our website and right inside the bank. If you feel that somebody is doing things that are not in line with professional ethics, you can blow that. It will go past that person and go to the highest levels in the bank. But let me assure you that I am not aware in Nexim of today there are dribblers. They tell you straight to the point when your loan meets or your proposal meets the standards for processing or not. It's not about dribbling. And the second one you said is about, I think that covers it. So there is nobody that fences you from coming to Nexim Bank. There is nobody that dribbles you as far as I know. And I can tell you that I know the bank very well. Okay? Then, is it Ali? Ali, I'll take your question with the guy that is in the overflow, because it's all about share notes, right? Let me apologize to you on behalf of government, because maybe you have taken a position about supplying to exporters of raw share notes. Sometimes those things happen, but the longer interest or the longer objective is better for even you and the economy as a whole. There is no value in export of primary products. And for shea butter, most of it is exported informally. So we call it export smuggle. It is smuggled out of the economy. We don't feel the value of the export. Now, there may be a drop in prices. Why? Because the demand side has dropped. Clearly, it will drop because those that are buying before will not buy again. So maybe there was even price inflation Now it will go back to its right price. But let me encourage you, and you already have it as an objective or as a plan, that you want to go into the processing. So government policy is working, right? It's working. But you are going to suffer a small loss in this time that you are not prepared for this policy, okay? Make the best use of the policy and make money from it by adding value to shea butter or to shea nuts into shea butter, even if it is in a cottage level, small scale. And as we've been saying since we started this program, come to Nexim. We'll sit down together, even if you don't have the proposal, the plan put together. We'll help you to put it together and see how we'll take you to be a shea butter processor. And the gentleman that is inside that has 1,000 metric tons. That's a significant amount of shea butter here. Immediately start looking for, you're in Kwara State, my friend has set up, we didn't finance it, a processing plant in Kwara State. Start looking for those people. They're your next customers. And let me also tell you what we have been doing, and this for everybody. Financing is always a problem for small and medium enterprises, yes? For someone like him that has 1,000 metric tons, it means he has put his equity into that business, right? And if it is in the warehouse or he has supplied to processors now, it may take them some time to pay him. There is an initiative that we're pushing through National Assembly and the Central Bank. It's called factoring as an alternative to financing. His money that is tied up in the warehouse today and supplied to processors can be refinanced with a factoring product, okay? So that before the processor pays him, he will get refinanced on his goods that he has supplied already. As an SME, you're not borrowing, interest-free. You're just going to maybe sell the invoice at a discount to a factor, okay? Where at the second reading of the factoring bill in the National Assembly, and hopefully before the end of the year, that product will be in the market for especially SMEs that are in the trade value chain, whether export or domestic trade. And so let me encourage you to start looking for the processor that is near you. Most proximate to you is the one that has just set up in Kwara State. I can get you details of where it is. But I'll also encourage you to go into the processing of the shea butter by yourself. I think that's Mr. Bagudu, Ambassador Bagudu, right? Then catfish, we have made the appointment to meet. We're going to make the appointment to meet. We listen to everybody. Like I said at the beginning of this program, there is no product that is not exportable. I know that they're exporting dried fish, dried catfish, from the association, your own association. There is export of dried catfish to different parts of the world, especially for Nigerians in diaspora. And so to scale it, we can speak, but don't reduce our fish supply within the country, because I am aware that there is a fish supply gap in Nigeria because we still import fish. So we don't want to make the gap bigger. Let's feed ourselves. That's very, very